How can you delegate to become a more effective leader? First, accept that you can and must delegate. You can't do everything. You have a team to support you. Let them do that. Isn't that a risk? Sure, of course it is. But it's also a risk if you don't, because you can't do everything and you're not going to do it as well as your team would. They have a lot of expertise, and let them use that to accomplish the task better, frankly, than you might. But there's another risk in not delegating. When you don't let your team do these tasks, when you try to hold everything to yourself, you're sending a message to the team that you don't trust them, that you don't think that they can get anything done correctly. You're saying that you don't trust their abilities. If you lead like that, it won't be very long before your team just stops trying. So, how do you delegate? Well, admit that you must delegate. And then think about all the tasks that you do and everything that's required, and separate the ones that you know you can delegate and the ones that you have to keep for yourself. Now that should be the smaller group, but there are a few things that you probably want to keep to yourself, like the course of the team or certain decisions that are major that have to be made. But most things you can probably delegate to your team. So among that list, pick some small tasks that you feel comfortable letting somebody else work, or at least that you can accept that somebody else will work on. When you give those tasks to your team, be very clear about what's required, what really needs to happen, what the requirements are, any limitations, and especially when it needs to be done. But what you don't do is don't tell them how to do it. Let them come up with that. As I said, they're going to come up with good ideas, maybe better than you would have. You're only looking for results here. So let the team do it in a way that works best for them. As you go through this, you'll begin to get a feel for what your team can do. And it'll also help you get over this hesitancy to delegate. You'll become more confident. And as you become more comfortable, you can delegate more involved tasks. Now, once you've delegated something to your team, don't hover. Yes, you'll have follow-ups, and you may have a little how goes it meeting from time to time. And yes, you may do a course correction. But remember, all you're trying to do is just keep track of what's happening and maybe keep the team on the track, the course that you need them to go. This isn't a time to tell them that they should be doing it a different way. As long as they're headed the right way, and as long as they're going to make it in that time requirement, let them do it. I know that's difficult, but that's how the best solutions come about. Now, once everything's done, recognize the achievement. Recognize what they did. Now, this doesn't mean you're throwing a big party every time a task is completed. You have to kind of tailor the recognition to the task. But what it does mean is that you tell the team that you appreciate what they've done, that you appreciate the result that they've produced. When you become more comfortable delegating, that's when you really develop a truly high-performing team. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see more, click on the subscribe button right here. I'm always loading new content. And speaking of content, in the description below there's a link. Go to that link. It takes you to our website where you can download a lot more great information. And it's no sales. It's all free. Just want to give you some tips, tools, and techniques to help you be a more effective leader.